Welcome to this MIAA field hockey round of 32 matchup between the visiting Ashland Clockers and your home team, Westwood Wolverines. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon an MIAA or school official. Our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. We invite any veteran and current military personnel to stand as we thank you for your service to our country. At this time, we invite all to stand. You can face towards the tent where the American flag is for our national anthem.
Try to give my best moment. I could open with that. We'll fall for it. Good afternoon, Westwood, and welcome to the multi-purpose field for your Westwood Media Center coverage of field hockey. Evan Cardamino, no Morgan Donahue today on this rainy Wednesday afternoon. But we have round of 32 field hockey between the Ashland Clockers and your Westwood Wolverines. Westwood coming into today's game, the last match they played was against the Ashland Clockers. Actually, they won 3-1 in Ashland earlier this season. Westwood played Ashland here and took it 4-1. But, as we talked about last night on the broadcast, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And, in the playoffs, it's one game at a time. And the Westwood Wolverines look to go 1-0 this game and take a win and move on to the round of 16. This is their only home game unless some upsets happen in the MIAA playoffs. So we are going to be covering it. We're here live, and we're not live, but we are here at Multipurpose. A cold day today. It is about 45 degrees and rainy. a light mist right now, but we were expecting a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks, which is why this game was moved up ahead of time. So we're a little early, but nevertheless, we're going to play some field hockey here. Wolverines and the Clockers taking the field now. Wolverines will start with the possession here, and we'll kick off this game. And a quick pass back to Bridget Hughes. And we are underway. I do not have a roster for Ashland, so we'll be doing it the video game style, where we'll be using numbers. And the Wolverines looking to start the playoffs strong. You know, they've had a good regular season. Started off a bit slow, but they've worked their way back in this season and had a strong finish to the year on a bit of a winning streak. And Wolverines look to get something going today here. Westwood fighting for it. That's going to be Hughes. Gets it outside to... Not quite sure. Don't have a number on that. Going to be an infraction Westwood. Westwood will keep it. Julie Hogan passes it back. Westwood finds number 8. That is Eden Postizzi, I believe. We're going to have a whistle there, and it's going to be Ashland possession here. Get a stop and get possession back, preventing any offensive opportunities for the Wolverines. But Wolverines are fighting for it. Ashland going to come away with it. Move it across the 50-yard line. Kaylin Dempsey coming away with it. Getting a turnover for the Wolverines. They're going to have a stop and start for the Wolverines. Kaylin Dempsey going to take possession. Ashland gets the turnover there. They're fighting for it, and Hughes comes away with it. Passing inside, but the Clockers there for possession. Westwood fighting, trying to get some possession going early. You know, that's going to be the key for the Wolverines here. Winning some offensive opportunities. You know, we see a lot of goals off of shooting spaces here. So the big thing for the Wolverines is, can you create some shooting space opportunities for yourself and keep the pressure on. Dempsey going to take it. Works it down and passes it back to number 12. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a Ashland possession. So Westwood getting some good offensive looks here early on, but the Clockers have had an answer for it. It's been back and forth so far early in this game. And Clockers going to start to work it downfield. Number 4. A good pass, number 9. And Westwood there. Stolen by number 23. That is Abby Presley. Common name we call during the hockey season, coming up here in about a month. Ashland going to continue to work it down the field. Hughes comes away with a steal. She's had a couple this game already. That's going to be key for the Westwood offense. Hughes has had a big season. We're going to see a slip there and a fall, and Ashland player gets up and is okay. And going to have another. That's going to be a Ashland possession there. So something to deal with during these games. You know, conditions are wet here on the field. You know, it's not a full rain, but it's a mist, and you know, when the turf gets wet, it can be slippery, and that's something you have to contend with the elements. You know, we moved this game up a bit, you know, probably a little sooner than we expected, but you know, to avoid the heavy rain on Thursday and Friday, a lot of schools have done that. You see a lot of weird scheduling across the playoff bracket due to this Halloween weather. But still, even then, we have the elements to deal with here today at multipurpose. Ashland going to put it up in the air, and that's going to be taken by Colin Dempsey. Moves up to Julie Hogan, basketball star, looking for a big season this year in basketball. Well, she's had a big season here in field hockey as well. The junior. Westwood working it inside now, and going to get a good look, but a save by the goalkeeper for Ashland. A huge save, kicked it out, and Ashland gets the ball back, and they're going to work it down the sideline again. But Emma Fitzpatrick, is there for the steal. Apologies, folks. I think I referred to her as Eden Costizzi earlier, so I'm trying to do camera and read a roster, so not always the easiest. Westwood gets a steal and keeps it in bounds by number 23, Presley. Pass down the field, and Fitzpatrick going to work it in. Passing it back to, didn't get a number there. Number 1, that is Maeve Hennessy. Father Pat, friend of the broadcast. We're going to work it in. Bridget Hughes gets it into the circle, and that goes in off of, I believe, Julie Hogan's stick. So Westwood gets first draw there, and the first point scored by number 13, Julie Hogan, on a pass from Bridget Hughes. And that's what you want if you're the Wolverines. An early goal here with about 9 minutes left in the first, and that's the kind of start you want if the Wolverines. Keep some pressure on offensively, but now for the Clockers, it's time to respond, Can't let it get behind you. I'm going to whistle here. And it's a green possession, so Ashland stepped into the zone early on the draw there, and a little too early, and that's a mistake there by the Clockers. That's going to get Westwood the ball back, but Ashland gets it there, and we are playing on. But that's big for Westwood. You had now possession back after that. You earned it. He was going to try to work it back down. Finds Hogan again. Seen a goal from them already, and look to get another possession there. Number 19 shoots it in. Saved by the Ashland goalkeeper, and Ashland's going to clear it. Work it on the sidelines. That's going to be out of bounds, so you're going to see this now for number 18. Colin Dempsey's going to start here, and Westwood keeping the pressure early. Dempsey finds Fitzpatrick, and we're going to get a whistle. That's off the foot of Westwood, so that's going to be an Ashland possession. And Ashland will move it up the field and keep it in bounds. Oh, no, it does go out of bounds, so Dempsey will take it again. Dempsey fires it in quickly, see if they can get something, but the Ashland goalkeeper there. Hughes gets the ball, and Ashland will clear it. Kira Chevery will work it inside. Chevery gets it to Fitzpatrick off the goalkeeper's foot. We've seen a couple shots on goal already for Westwood, keeping the offensive attack early and making the Ashland goaltender, work early on the game. And that's what you need to do if you're the Wolverines. Keep the pressure on, We've seen a lot of one-score games. It's very common in field hockey. Senior night versus Halston, a one-score game. But, in the playoffs, what you want to do is you want to be able to get a couple scores and have a lead and control the game, and that's what Westwood looks to do here early. The Clockers, meanwhile, looking to get something going on defense and get their offensive attack going. We really haven't seen a lot. We saw a little pressure early, but Clockers trying to find something on defense, but don't count them out, folks. This is a hard-fought team, and this is a tough team. We see across all these TVL teams, there's a little more to these playoff games when you're playing your TVL rivals. It's you see these guys 2 times a year, especially with them being a TVL large opponent, as Westwood looks to work it in. That's going to be an infraction. It's going to go to Ashland there. Not sure what the infraction was there, but it's going to be Ashland ball. But, you see this opponent 2 or 3 times a year, and you get used to them, so you know them. And that kind of does help. We found out the game yesterday on Tuesday that this would be the game. So you don't have much time for film study, but as a result, you know these teams pretty well. You've seen them twice a year, so you're familiar. So both teams don't really have that much of a disadvantage when it comes to that. So Westwood starts to work it in. Ashland goaltender, I think, got a foot on it. It's going to go inside, and that's going to be a goal, and I think it's going to be Julie Hogan again. So a second goal for Julie Hogan to put the Wolverines up 2-0, and we've seen this from Julie Hogan before, folks. This is when she does the best in athletics and basketball. We saw her when the lights were brightest. I think of the Riley Classic game last year in the championship. We're going to have a timeout, folks, so we will step aside, but when we return, we will have more Westwood Wolverines field hockey next.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
And welcome back, folks, to Westwood Media Center coverage of the round of 32 playoffs between the Westwood Wolverines and the Ashland Clockers. Evan Cardamino here today on this dreary Wednesday, and you just saw 2 Julie Hogan goals to put the Wolverines up 2-0 here at multi-purpose field, and she's had a big game, and folks, we've seen that before. You know, I think last year in the basketball season, you know, during the Riley Classic, we saw Julie Hogan have a big game to win over Walpole in the championship round. So she's a player who shines brightest when the lights are bright, and lights might not be on today, but they certainly are pressure-wise, and they know better. They're fighting. Both teams are fighting to advance to the round of 16. It is do or die time for both teams as Ashland started to get some pressure on and work their way down. That's going to go out of bounds, and I believe it's going to be a Westwood possession. But 2-0 early here for Westwood. And if you're Coach Heather Joyce, that's the start you want. You want a quick start. Keep the pressure going. You know, they'll be prepared for the next round of the playoffs. So that's going to be an infraction. I believe it's going to be Westwood possession, and it is. The Westwood defense getting a stop there. Ashland's starting to get a little pressure offensively, and we can't count them out. You know, it's Westwood's up 2-0, but it's early still, and anything can happen, and it's going to be taken by number 12. That is Marilu Kosavera. Kosavera is going to work it to, I believe that's going to be Dempsey, who works it up and finds Hogan. Finds Hughes, works it down the middle of the field, and it's going to flip the other side, and here comes number 19 for the Wolverines. That is Ellie Harrington. Maeve Hennessy works it inside. Kicked off the foot of the goalie. It's still loose. Covered by Hogan. And it's going to be an Ashland possession. So good pressure by the Wolverines offensively, but Ashland getting a turnover here, and they're going to get a chance to work it up now. Ashland going to work it up. That's going to get past a couple Wolverine players. Passes it up. Number 8 for the Clockers. Westwood's fighting for it there. That's number 10 for the Wolverines. And oh, and a save by Keneally. What a save. A goal save, a big save. It was a great angle by the Clockers, but Keneally extends and gets it out there. And I believe that's going to be a shooting space for the Clockers now. So Clockers going to get a good opportunity early on here to potentially get one back on the Wolverines and get this game within one. And, you know, for momentum, you see the time on the clock right there, 3:14 left here roughly in the game. And, you know, it's not, Morgan and I often talk about the halftime momentum. It's not quite halftime, but, you know, even to get a goal late in the first, you have to think about that from the first to the second. So, you know, Ashland going to look to work it in and gets a shot off, and it's going to go up and in for the, or no goal, excuse me. Not sure what the call was. Very close. It was a great shot by the Clockers, but Westwood going to get the possession, and Ashland gets a steal. Chevery's there to get possession back, though. Chevery's going to work it up, battling, and finds a player. Did they get it up? Didn't quite get a number there. You'll have to forgive me, folks. I am working with a little small camera screen today. As we have the rain gear out for this. It's going to be Dempsey there with it to start here, though, for the Wolverines. Passes it back to Mary Lou Kosavera, and Kosavera finds Hughes, who is going to work it up, and Hughes finds Fitzpatrick. Emma Fitzpatrick starting to work towards the goal. We're going to have a whistle there, and is that going to be a... Don't know if it's going to be a shooting space for the Wolverines. It doesn't look like it. And that's going to be actually an infraction on the Wolverines now, and it's going to be an Ashland possession. So Ashland has started to slow down this Wolverine attack, which is big here. You know, they, rough start, but that timeout settled them back down. You know, sometimes you got to do that if you're a coach. And you know, it's easy to get down on yourself 2 goals in, but whatever the Ashland coach said to the girls, it has worked and has got them rebounding, and they're starting to look like a potentially dangerous team. They could start to make a comeback here as they're working inside, but Westwood's there for the steal, and it's going to finds Maeve Hennessy, who works it down. Maeve Hennessy fires it down, and Fitzpatrick's chasing after it, but it looks like it's going to be picked up by Ashland. And Ellie Harrington's going to work it back to Maeve Hennessy. He takes a shot, but doesn't quite there. Finds Hogan, and we have a whistle. And I think that's going to be a shooting space for the Wolverines. And it will be. So we're going to have a shooting space here. It's going to be taken by, I believe that is Emma Fitzpatrick. So Fitzpatrick will work it up. We have Harrington, Presley, Hughes, and I believe Hogan on the shooting space. A couple other players as well, but that's who's closest to Fitzpatrick. And about 20 seconds left. Can they get a goal off quickly? He's going to find number 18, and just wide left there. Colin Dempsey had a good angle, but that's going to go wide left, and that's going to run us out probably to the end of the first here. 5 seconds left, and yeah, looks like that's going to take us to the end of the first. So after 1 quarter here at Multipurpose Field, your Westwood Wolverines are up 2-0. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there, teamwork built me. It built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
And welcome back, folks. Thank you to Arch Orthodontics and Neroli Ristorante in Mercado. I'm going to start that again. Welcome back, folks. Thank you to Neroli and Arch for your continued support of Westwood High School sports coverage. Starting the second quarter here at Multipurpose Field, the Wolverines up 2-0 early. And it has been the Julie Hogan show. 2 goals for the junior here at Multipurpose in a big game so far. Wolverines looking to continue to build on that. Ashland gets the possession there, but you know, some good momentum for the Ashland Clockers at the end of that there. They're starting to get some offensive possession. You see them working it down here now and gonna get a look. And worth mentioning right there, another save by Keneally, but Keneally had a huge save in the first that potentially prevented this game from going to 2-1. Ashland going to keep possession here and work it in. Westwood there. That's going to be number 4 for the Clockers, trying to work it inside, and we're going to have a whistle there, and I believe it's going to be another shooting space for the Clockers here. So they're second of the day. Meanwhile, Wolverines only have one. Had one at the end there. Gonna have a Clockers setting up heavy on the left side of the field. Westwood gonna fight for it there, and Ashland looking to work it in. Can't get anything there. Another whistle. That might be, it's going to be a Westwood possession. So another shooting space stopped by the Wolverines. And that's huge, folks. The shooting spaces are some of the best opportunities for teams. And, you know, if you can't stop a shooting space, you know, that's a goal opportunity for the opposing teams. But Wolverines have done good. They're working it down. Oh, we're going to get a whistle. And it looks like it might go to the Clockers, not sure, waiting for a confirmation. It will stay with the Wolverines. Dempsey gonna take it here. Finds Mary Lou Kosavera. Kosavera finds Fitzpatrick, who finds the goalie. Hogan finds Bridget Hughes, going to pass it out. That's going to go out of bounds. It looks like that'll be a Clocker ball. So as you can see here, a couple of fans out here today braving the elements as Westwood gets possession. Kudos to them. You know, it's a cold, dreary October day, almost November, but they are out here supporting the Wolverines as Hughes works it in. Clockers get possession there, and they're going to work it downfield, but there is Abby Presley to pass to Maeve Hennessy, who works it down to, can't quite see. Abby Presley with another steal, though. Going to work it down, finds Hennessy again, and she's going to work it down the corner of the field. Hennessy passes back to the middle of the field, just gets past Kosavera there. And Kosavera's going to find Dempsey. On a turnover for Ashland. Well, Westwood's battling. Bridget Hughes there. Ashland have been able to advance it up, though. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be an Ashland possession, so that's good for the Wolverines. That slows down the advance. You know, Ashland's making some good progress, but now you get a chance to get all your players downfield and play a little more evenly. And Westwood gets a turnover there. Ashland's going to continue to get back though and work around the 40. And we're going to get an infraction there, and I believe that's going to go to the Clockers. They will continue to work their offensive advance. Ashland working it downfield. Oh, it's in the front, and it's going to be an infraction. It's going to go to the Wolverines, so Westwood with a break there on the infraction. Ashland had a really good look there offensively. And Ashland's continuing to get some offensive pressure, but Westwood's defense is held. And that's going to be another off the foot of the Ashland player, so Westwood's going to continue to work it up. Going to Kosavera. Another infraction. It's going to go to Ashland rather. So Ashland's starting to work it back, and Ashland working it down offensively. And it's going to be a Westwood possession. Hughes gets it off quickly to Maeve Hennessy. Hennessy finds Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick finds 3 Ashland defenders. It's going to remain, it's going to go to Ashland, so Ashland going to keep possession, but Hennessy there to take it, gets a steal. Ashland going to work it at midfield. Ashland working it down the offensive zone, finds number 9, has some space, going to pass it back on the inside, but off a Westwood player, and it's going to be Westwood possession there. So, oh, and it's going to be another whistle, and I think Westwood got the pass off a little too quickly, didn't get set. You know, we see that a lot in field hockey. The refs will make sure, want them to get set. Ashland battling though. Ashland starting to battle, and it's going to be a Westwood possession though. A lot of infraction, you know, off the foot. You know, that's where you see a lot of these calls. They're usually off the foot. And it results in a turnover for the Clockers. Westwood going to force up the sideline, but Ashland there once again. Ashland finding some space. Starting to work on the inside off number 2 stick. Pass it back in, but it's going to be off of the back post, I believe, and not off of Keneally, so it will remain Westwood possession. As Ashland's starting to work it in offensively. Ashland has slowed down the Wolverine attack and has done a good job of it, and Kosavera's going to try to find something. Kosavera finds, didn't quite get a number there, but going to work up to Hogan, who's now off an Ashland stick, and number 3 working on the inside. Not quite the hit you want there, and Westwood going to get possession. And gotta believe that's Dempsey. Trying to find Fitzpatrick, but the Ashland defender there. Number 3 working in for Ashland again, and that's going to be off of a foot. I was going to say it's off of Ashland foot, so Westwood will get the possession again here, and you know, Ashland right now is trying to find, getting a little more offensively going, still trying to find something here, get that first score back as Westwood's going to work it up. Ashland's defense there, so far in the second quarter, they have not let them pass much that 30-yard line or so, 40-yard line, excuse me, so. Ashland, meanwhile, keeping the pressure on, and that's how you get goals here in field hockey. You got to keep the pressure on. You don't want to, you know, if you get pressure, you're going to lead to opportunities, and opportunities lead to goals. But Westwood is capitalizing, you know, it's gotten a lot off the feet of Ashland. Ashland dribbling there, huh? It's a nifty move by number 9. And that ball's coming towards us, but Maeve Hennessy there, once again. Called her name a bunch this game. It's going to be Ashland possession here. And Ashland's going to set it at about the 45. Number 3 finds. Number 3 starting to work it back in. She's really stepped up her game for the Clockers. She's been leading that offensive attack, and they're going to pass it back to her. There'll be another whistle, and that's going to go to the Clockers. The Clockers starting to get a couple whistles their way, and Passes it back in. It's going to be a whistle. It's a Westwood possession. So a lot of whistles here as of late. A lot of infractions. Team's trying to get something going here. Wolverines. Looking to get something going offensively. Ashland passes it up, but Hughes is there. However, going to say off her foot. Ashland's working it on the inside, and it's going to be a shooting space for the Clockers here. With 5:06 left on the board here in the first half. A golden opportunity for the Clockers. Get a goal here and bring it within one. Even at half, if you can keep a 1 point, if you can cut this down to a 1 point lead for the Clockers, that's a much better position for you to be in. Westwood has a little bit of a cushion. Charlie Donahue has said the most dangerous goal for any team is having a 2-goal lead. You get a little comfortable. You get a little. You have that cushion. And you don't want to get too comfortable. I don't think the Wolverines have here. I think Ashland's just stepped up their offensive attack and it's managed to capitalize as number 2 gets it there and it's going to work it in, but Westwood's there for the turnover. Hogan's going to come away with it. Tries to pass it out, but number 4 for the Clockers there, and Hogan keeping on her. 4 passes it back in. That's going to be out off of the Clockers, and it will be a Westwood possession. So Westwood's done a good job on those shooting spaces of not allowing the Clockers to get anything going, get any looks, and you see how beneficial that is for a team. Clockers, it's going to be Clocker possession actually, excuse me, but still, those shooting spaces are dangerous. You'd rather have them up at the 25-yard line trying to get a shot here as Maeve Hennessy works it down the sideline. Maeve and Ashland battling. Presley going to pass it up to Fitzpatrick, and it's going to be off of Ashland's foot, so Presley going to work it back up. Hughes has it. Hughes starting to work it offensively, and there's Fitzpatrick. The Ashland goalkeeper came out far, but was able to get a foot on it to go off, and I believe it's going to be an Ashland possession here. Oh, no, it will be a... Yes, it will be an Ashland possession, so good save by the Ashland goalkeeper. Ashland going to continue to work it up. Westwood going to continue to battle here. And they're going to come away with it. A lot of turnovers in this, a lot of back and forth in this second quarter here at Multipurpose Field. We talk about the elements a lot during these broadcasts, and it's a cold, rainy day, but it is not windy here, which is key. The cold isn't too bad if it's not windy, so both teams battling the elements. Ash going to work, and Keneally's there for the save. And Keneally's been huge all season for the Wolverines. She has done that game in and game out. She does not let many through, and Ashland going to have a shooting space here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Looking to get something going. Ashland going to work it out. Works it in, but Westwood's defense is there again. Another shooting space prevented for the Clockers. Hughes is there. She's looking for Fitzpatrick. Doesn't quite get it. Ashland going to work it inside. And it's going to be another whistle. I think we're going to have a Westwood possession. All right, so about a minute 23 left here in the first half, and that's going to be a fall. I wonder if that's going to be I believe that's a Westwood possession. Another fall, and something to contend with on this field. The weather and the field being wet and slick, especially on turf. She gets up. Westwood going to maintain possession here, and Ashland actually gets it back. A lot of turnovers this second by both teams, as we're going to work it up to Dempsey. Dempsey's starting to work it down through the Ashland players' feet. He's going to continue to work it down, but 2 Ashland players there. She works through. She's getting towards the midfield. Hughes is there. Hughes finds a shot on net, but the goalkeeper's there. Mary Lou Cosavera is going to send it back to Ashland, and Ashland's going to try to work it up. Ashland now working it downfield. They're trying to get they're moving a little quicker. They know the time is of the essence. That's going to be on Westwood. I believe that's a high stick, but we have only 20 seconds left, so Ashland's starting to move. Oh no, Westwood possession rather, excuse me. So Westwood trying to move here. 20 seconds here, that's going to be out of bounds. And it looks like it'll be Ashland possession, but with 10 seconds left here, they got to make something quick. Ashland hurrying. 4 passes it in, and we only have a couple seconds, and that will be half. So after 1 half, Westwood up 2-0 here at Multipurpose Field. And we will be right back after a quick message from our sponsors.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
And welcome back, folks, to the Multipurpose Field for round of 32 playoff action between the Westwood Wolverines and Ashland Clockers. After 1 half, Westwood up 2-0 off of 2 Julie Hogan goals. 1 assisted from Bridget Hughes. And Westwood looking to put this one away. Winner of this game will face the winner of Masconomet Regional and North Attleboro, as Ashland will start with possession here. But the winner of that game next Monday at 2:30 p.m. in Boxford. So Westwood, the winner of this game, will have a little bit of time between now and when they find out who they're playing. But for the Wolverines, you know, if you're in control of this game right now, you want to put this away, you want to slow down that Ashland offensive attack. They've been getting it going lately, but you know, you've had a couple big games from a couple of players on your own side as well. You've had big games from Julie Hogan with 2 goals. Moira Keneally had a couple big saves, especially in that second quarter. But now for Westwood, it's about putting this game away. For the Clockers, it's about, you know, playing for your lives right now, playing for, you know, playoff stakes here. And they've been doing good. They've been getting good offensive pressure. We're gonna have another whistle here, and not quite sure what the call was, but Westwood and Ashland are gonna continue to work it downfield, and Ashland gonna pass it, and it's gonna be a Westwood possession there. So we saw that a lot in the second quarter. Starting to see it pretty early, but Westwood gonna work it down. Fitzpatrick, I believe that is. It's gonna belong now to Ellie Harrington, who's going to take it. And she looks to find Dempsey off her stick, and Ashland's going to work towards it. But there's Hogan. Hogan battling for it. Ashland's going to come away with it. Two Westwood defenders there. Chevery and Dempsey. Chevery's still fighting. And she's going to come away with it. Finds Hogan up the sideline. And Ashland player there. It's going to be Ashland possession here. So Ashland, number 3, going to work it. Middle of the field, and two Westwood defenders there, and they come away with the ball. And they have numbers, but will Ashland able to slowly advance? Fitzpatrick finds Hogan. Hogan makes a nifty move and gets past a couple Ashland defenders, but that's off a foot. I believe it's off of a Westwood foot. So it will be going to Ashland here. Ashland going to continue to work it up, but a back and forth as of late. Dempsey continuing to battle. It's going to be a Ashland possession here. Westwood battling. Ashland going to work it down. Has some numbers. Ashland on the inside zone, gets it on net, but Keneally's there, and a whistle, and it's going to be a Westwood possession. So a huge break there for the Wolverines. Ashland player was there with an angle on it. And we're going to have a Westwood possession. They're going to try to work it up, and Ashland has slowed down the Wolverines here. And they've, at first it was an all-offensive attack, and now they've really kept this Westwood defense honest as Hogan continues to work up the sideline. Bridget Hughes gonna take the possession there. It's gonna be a Westwood possession at the 50. So Hughes gonna move it over to Dempsey. Dempsey gonna have a couple Ashland defenders, and it's gonna go back to Ashland. We're gonna get a whistle there, and it is gonna continue to be a Westwood possession, but Hughes didn't check the ball there, and that's going to give her another chance, but something we've seen a couple whistles for this game. The refs want you to set the ball. Obviously, if you're the Wolverines, it's more about how quickly can you get it set? Can you get an advantage, while they're on their heels? So you see a lot of teams doing that. The refs are going to be a little more strict with it here in the playoffs. Understandably so. 10 minutes here in the third left. And we're going to get, I believe, a shooting space here for the Wolverines. So another opportunity. We haven't seen a goal since the first quarter. Hogan's going to be up there, as well as Dempsey, Kosavera. See Hughes. Just going to pass to Dempsey. Back to Hogan. Hogan just missed there, and it's going to be a Ashland possession and a stop by the Clockers. Westwood offense looking to find something going now, and a couple turnovers here would be big, but Ashland working it inside, and Westwood going to get it, and they get it set just in time, and Hogan's going to work it down. Hogan turning on the Jets, going to pass it back in, and Ashland's there offensively, but this is what you want to see, starting to get some pressure. We haven't seen much pressure in the last couple minutes of gameplay, both in this quarter and the last, but Westwood's starting to work it in. That's what you want. It's going to be Westwood possession. It's going to be off the stick of Dempsey, I believe. So Dempsey going to work it towards the middle. Passes two defenders. Kosavera's there. And it's going to be Ashland. No, it's going to be Westwood possession. So Dempsey going to start here. Passes it back to Kosavera. Kosavera finds Hughes, but so doesn't an Ashland player. Ashland going to continue to work it inside. But Westwood getting the possession there. It's going to be Ashland possession here. So Ashland defense stepping up here late in this game. So we're going to get possession. Another whistle. It's going to be Ashland possession now. Seeing a lot of whistles this game. It's common in field hockey, I feel, but once we get the turnover, but Ashland there to get it right back. Ashland going to continue to work it downfield. And now we have 7 minutes in this third quarter. Ashland going to work it back, finds number 10, back to number 4. Wolverines there to capitalize, and that's going to be off of a Westwood player, and I believe it's going to be an Ashland possession here. So Ashland's going to get a chance. Ashland, that's another whistle, and that's going to be an infraction on Ashland. So Westwood going to work it up now and get a chance. And another whistle. And Ashland's going to get possession. And Ashland going to have possession here. Westwood working it up. Hughes going to take it. Hughes finds Dempsey. Dempsey going to shoot it in. Hogan's there, but just off the foot of the Ashland goalkeeper, and I believe that might be Ashland possession. I don't see a shooting space getting set up, so it will be Ashland possession, so not off the foot of the goalkeeper. But Ashland's starting to, defensively, and that's going to be Hughes there for the possession. Hughes going to go inside, finds Hogan, and I believe that's off of Julie Hogan again for her third goal. And a hat trick for Hogan. What a game she has had, folks. Like we said, when the lights are brightest, she's one to watch, and she's had a great game so far. And that's her third goal here in the third quarter. Westwood now up 3-0 on the Clockers. Gonna see Maeve Hennessy come off. Coming in for her is number, don't have quite the number, but we'll get a number here soon. I believe number 5 or 6, that is Emma or Claire Keneally. I believe Emma Keneally. Yes, that is number 6. So Emma Keneally in now for the Wolverines. Hogan's going to take it. I believe it's going to be an Ashland. No, it'll be a Westwood possession. So Hughes going to take it. Back at the 40, at the 50-yard line. So Westwood got a goal there. Now looking to maybe add on to that lead. Now you have a 3-point lead. It's a little more comfortable. Still can't be too comfortable in the playoffs if you're Westwood. You want to get another goal and extend the lead even further. It's the time of the year where you want to do that. Just play sound field hockey. Don't give up any possessions. Don't, maintain possession, as we have 4:49 here left in the third, and it's going to be it's going to be Westwood possession. It's going to be off of the foot of Westwood, and that's going to be an Ashland possession. Ashland's going to work it up, but Westwood's there. Got 2 Westwood defenders there. Another Westwood player. I believe that's Kosavera. Gets up to Hughes. And another whistle. It's going to be Ashland possession. So Ashland going to continue to work it, but Westwood there. Excuse me. Hogan has the ball. Hogan working on the inside. Claire Keneally gonna find a shot on the inside, and there's Hogan. That's off the foot of Ashland. I believe that's gonna be a shooting space. Hogan was able to get that off the foot of an Ashland player. And we will have another shooting space opportunity for the Wolverines. A smart play by Hogan there. And Hughes will take another shooting space opportunity with 3:24 and counting left in this game. Or this quarter, rather. Hughes going to pass it up to Westwood. That's, just outside, but Westwood going to battle back for it. Finds Kosevera. Kosevera puts it back in the zone. And Ashland gets it out, so Ashland going to work it upfield now. Kosevera there battling. And Ashland will clear it. So Ashland going to work it upfield now. And Chevery's there for the battle. And it's going to be Ashland possession, but slows the advance, gives Westwood time to work it back downfield. Ashland going to put it well and up in the air, get it over the heads of everyone, and work it down. Oh, Hogan slips, loses her feet, and gets back on her feet. And continues to work the possession up, keeps it inbounds, but it finds Ashland. Hogan gonna fight for possession there. It's gonna be Westwood possession, so good defensive battle by the Wolverines to prevent any opportunities for the Clockers, and they're gonna come back with it. And that's gonna go, kept inbounds by the Clockers. They're gonna work it upfield now. Westwood gets it back. Gonna go back to the 40-yard line, but it's gonna be a Westwood possession here. Chevery's going to take it. Chevery's going to work it back to teammate. Bridget Hughes going to work it upfield now. It's going to be off the foot of an Ashland player, so Hughes will continue to keep it. Finds a Westwood player. That's number 19, Ellie Harrington. Harrington has a couple defenders on her. She's going to find Kosevera. She's going to find Hughes again. Ashland's there. Hogan battling. Oh, excuse me, that is Emma Keneally. But it will be off of her foot, and it'll go back to Ashland. And Ashland looking to slow that advance, and we have another whistle. A couple whistles. Not sure, but we have 38 seconds left here in the third quarter, so Ashland's going to start to put a little urgency, a little pep in their step. I see them try to work upfield, get one more opportunity, but Westwood's defense has stepped up big here in the third quarter. Hughes there. Another whistle. It's going to be off of Hughes' foot, so Ashland continue to work it downfield. Can they get something here before the end of the quarter? Another off the Westwood foot. Another Ashland possession. Continue to move. Ashland fires it in. And that, I don't believe that counts because it has to be within a certain range, but that will take us to the end of the third quarter. So after three, Westwood up 3-0 off of a big game from Julie Hogan, and we will be right back.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust. delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks, to Westwood High School Multi-Purpose Field. 15 minutes remaining in this round of 32 matchup between the Ashland Clockers and your Westwood Wolverines. Evan Cardamino here, filling in for Morgan Donahue as the play-by-play. And the Wolverines are 15 minutes away from advancing to the round of 16. The Ashland Clockers, though, looking to have a say in that as they advance early on, but Westwood going to come back with possession. Ashland going to steal it there, though, so coming out quick. Bridget Hughes now. Ooh, with a little move there to keep possession, and we're going to see Emma Fitzpatrick work it back to Bridget Hughes, who works it up. Fitzpatrick now working it downfield. Ellie Harrington gonna get pushed there, and you can tell a sense of urgency in Ashland now as the clock continues to tick up. 3-0 for the Wolverines. Meanwhile, the Wolverines looking to put this one away. Hughes gonna work it down offensively. Ashland is all over her, but Hughes gonna work it back, and it's gonna be off the stick of Ashland. And there is Mary Lou Cosavera. And that's going to be a whistle, and that's going to be a Ashland possession. So stop on defense for the Clockers. They're now going to look to move it up quickly. Westwood's there. Ashland going to continue to move it, though. Hughes going to get the takeaway. Hughes going to fire it in. Found the Keneally's. Both just gets past them. A little too much mustard on that shot. And it will be an Ashland possession. But a great look for Hughes. There's two. Emma and Claire Keneally were both down there waiting for a shot. And Ashland's now working it offensively. It's going to be off the foot of Ashland. It's going to be a Westwood possession. So Westwood will continue to move the advance up. It's going to be off of, didn't quite get a number there, but Westwood going to work it up. Finds number 9. That is not sure. Jillian Walsh, I believe, on number 9. Not sure. Hard to read the roster right now. It's a bit wet. And number 8, Ian Postizzi. Or Fitzpatrick, excuse me. Number 9 is Postizzi. Cosavera launches it in. And Harrington's there. Harrington finds Presley. Presley finds Cosavera. Cosavera just gets past her, and it'll be an Ashland possession, but Westwood's there. Westwood's starting to work it up. Hughes, a whistle. It's going to be a Westwood possession, so Hughes will take it from the 45, I believe. No, the 35, and it will be Presley, I believe. And Ashland's there, but Westwood managing to maintain possession. Ashland actually comes away with it. Kosovera there, but gets past her. Ashland looking to make a move. And it is gonna be a shooting space, I believe, yes. So another opportunity for the Clockers now with about 11 minutes, just under 11 minutes remaining in this game. And they are looking to make something happen fast. As mentioned, the winner of this game will play Masconomet Regional or North Attleboro. The winner of that game on Monday, November 3rd at 2:30. Give both teams some adequate time to get some rest. And a shot by Ashland. What a goal. And I don't think that is gonna count. They're gonna say that was out, just outside of the shooting area. So that's no goal. Unfortunate for the Clockers. That was a great shot. It's too far outside. You have to shoot within a certain zone on the field. And Westwood comes away with a unscathed. Is Fitzpatrick going to work it down the field now? She gets past an Ashland defender. Going to work in the middle center field. She fires it inside. Ashland there kicks it out, but Westwood's there to recover. And that's just outside, but Westwood with a shot now. Fitzpatrick battling, and it's going to get a whistle there. And I believe that's going to be off of a Westwood player, so Ashland will stop that offensive pressure, but now the urgency is picked up for the Clockers. Ashland working it downfield. Number 3 gets by a couple Westwood defenders. Continue to work on the left side of the field. Harrington is there. And it's going to be a Westwood possession. Harrington fires it off a Westwood defender. There is Emma Fitzpatrick, and she looks to make something happen. Ashland there to stop her advance, though. Excuse me, that is Emma Keneally. Or rather, excuse me, that might be Hannah Howard. So Howard getting some playing time. A whistle there. I think it's going to be an Ashland advance. We now have 8 minutes and 51 seconds. Apologize if I've gotten any names wrong. I'll mention it again. I am under a rain cover, and I do not have my peripheral vision. It is covered in water, so just going off of these little small screens, and the numbers kind of blend in as Ashland gets a shot, but that's going to be out of bounds, and Westwood will maintain possession here. The Wolverines holding the Clockers here as it's time is of the essence for the Clockers, and the clock continues to tick. We are now at about 8 minutes 15 seconds. Ashland going to advance it. Claire Keneally looking to, oh, and a save by Keneally. A huge save. That is what she has done well all season. And it shows here today. A great game so far. Had that huge save in the first. So Westwood's going to move upfield. Ashland going to move it downfield. Ashland looking to get something going here. Another save by Keneally. And she falls on it. And I think she came away with it. And it's going to be an Ashland possession here, but another huge save by Keneally. And we're going to get a whistle, and that's going to be I believe, a Westwood position. Now 7 minutes to go in this game. So Ashland trying to work it in the offensive zone. There's the Westwood defense. Harrington there. Number 9 gets a shot off. Another save by Keneally. We've called that a lot this fourth quarter, and she gets it out. Westwood now going to work it up. Got a whistle there. It's going to be Ashland possession. Ashland trying to get something going here offensively late. And it's going to be, I believe, a shooting space for the Clockers here. So another golden opportunity for them to get something. We've seen a couple shooting spaces today. Clockers need to get one here to start a comeback. And they can do it. This team has gotten a lot of great defensive or offensive pressure out of this game. They've had, some great opportunities. Just need to capitalize. It starts with one. Number 10 for the Clockers, going to pass it in. Oh, and it's just off the stick of Ashland. And it gets away, and that's going to be a whistle. And it's going to be a Westwood possession here late in the fourth. Westwood looking to move it up quickly. And it's going to be an Ashland possession, so about 5.5 minutes now left in this game. It's going to be a whistle. We're going to keep Westwood possession. We're going to have Kosovera take it. So Kosovera going to move it up. And that's off the foot of Westwood, off the foot of Hughes. It will remain Ashland possession here. Ashland's going to work it down. But a steal by the Wolverines. That's Fitzpatrick. She's going to work it up. Gets through a couple of defenders. Passes it in. And it's going to the Ashland keeper, but off the foot, a little wet. It slipped in a shot. And it's just outside. A bit of a slip there on the ball. The field's wet. And that happens in these conditions. It's a slick ball. And I think we're going to get a Westwood shooting space. So Emma can... No, not a shooting space, rather. Excuse me. Just a possession. Top of the key. Right outside the circle will be, but it will be... Oh, an infraction on Westwood's going to go to Ashland here. Number 3 going to take it. We've called her number a lot for the Clockers. And that's off the foot of Ashland. A kick. And we're going to get a couple whistles. Not sure. It's going to be Ashland possession. So Ashland trying to make something happen here late in this game. And the field's starting to get a little more slick. The rain has calmed down a bit. Still a bit misty, but not like it was in the first quarter half when we got here at the field today. But Westwood looking to close this game out and move on. So it's going to be Ashland possession here late. 3 minutes now, roughly, in the game. And that is going to be off of the foot. It's going to go to Ashland. Off the foot of Westwood. Ashland going to continue to work it up on the inside. Off the foot of Westwood again. So it's going to be an Ashland possession. They're trying to get something going quick here. Westwood's defense is there. Moira Keneally gets a kick out. Another save from Keneally. Westwood's defense very close there for Ashland. They are starting to get heavy pressure late in this game. But Keneally has been lights out. Another kick out by there for the Wolverines. And you're going to have a whistle. I did not see the call. I believe it's going to be an Ashland possession. I think we might have a shooting space, and we do. So a late shooting space here for the Clockers. Looking to get one. And time is of the essence for them. And looking at the clock, we're at 2:06 now and counting. So Ashland running out of time. The Wolverines, meanwhile, looking to just keep their game, keep playing the game they've been playing all game. And a block by the Wolverines. Huge timing there for the Wolverines. It's shot inside off the foot of Keneally, and it's going to go wide. Westwood's going to get it out of bounds. And I believe we're going to have another call. It might be, I believe it's Ashland possession. And no, it will be Westwood possession. So now Westwood, probably taking their time now. They're not going to be in too much of a rush. You've had a had a game. You're in control of this game. You just want to run the clock out and get on to the next game. Keneally comes out of the goal. And that's going to be Westwood possession now with a minute 16 left. So, a great day for the Wolverines here. It might be cloudy, but this field hockey team has been a bright spot for Westwood, and they have had a great season. They're looking to continue it here.
Come on, Westwood. Yeah, Abby.
And Westwood's going to work it up. Another whistle. It's going to go to Westwood. Westwood now taking their time as the clock runs out. For the Ashland Clockers, they give them credit. They are still battling. And this was a hard-fought battle between both teams, two TVL large rivals. The Clockers had a great season. A well hard-fought season as they look to close out here. And, you know, it's no easy opponent when you're playing any TVL team. And a lot of credit for this Clockers team. They had a great game, a lot of great possessions, a lot of great battles. They kept Westwood honest, and that's what you need. That's what you need. You need to be kept honest. So for the Clockers, that will do it, but the Westwood Wolverines will advance to the round of 16 off of a huge day from Julie Hogan. A hat trick for the junior, and Moira Keneally. A great game she had, a lot of saves. And this Wolverines team is starting to get going here late in the season, and they will advance to the winner of Masconomet Regional or North Attleboro. But that will do it here for us at Westwood Media Center of Westwood Girl Field Hockey coverage. Thank you to our sponsors, and we will see you all on the next one.